We interview a champion today. Ball Facts coming back at you again, and we gonna give you the facts. We talk about hard work here. We talk about dedication. Look at that block. We talk about beating the odds. Get that out of here, LeBron. I got a treat for you guys today. Without further delay,
the NBA player, the NBA champion, the NBA analyst, the list goes on. Kendrick Perkins, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, my brother? I appreciate you having me on. Hey, you know, as always, you know, times is good when I'm able to be on Ball Facts, baby. I'm loving it.
Hey.
I appreciate you for having me on and being part of the family today.
I appreciate you too, man. And I'm going to get right into it because this channel, we talk about hard work. We talk about getting it in. And we've been watching you do it since 2003, well, professionally. Because back then, you know, if players were good enough, they went straight out of high school into the NBA, which you did. So I guess the first question is, tell us, how was it to go from being a kid to a pro?
Well, man, you know, it was different. You know, growing up in country Beaumont, Texas, you know, raised by my grandparents. You know, my mom died at an early age, so I was raised in a very spiritual household, but I was taught how to get it and how to work for everything and how to go out there and put in hard work. I grew up on the farm, so, you know, I was always had duties to do, chores to do, so I always had to earn every dime. And I think that set the foundation for me as a basketball player. I always was labeled a hard worker, and you know, I always worked my way to the top. I wasn't always the most talented guy, but I worked the next man. And I think, you know, me growing up with the situation that I had, losing my mom at an early age to a homicide, and growing up with my grandparents in a 2-bedroom house that my grandfather built, growing up on the farm, the struggle, it made me the man I am today, and it made me want more. You know, having one pair of shoes, not being able to get the new pair of Jordans that was coming out every month, and watching my peers get it, or not being able to rock the name brand clothes, it made me hungry and it made me want to go for more and wanted to be, you know, the best that I could be and make it to the NBA. And like, people don't understand, my biggest inspiration, my motivation to make it to the league was that I always wanted to get my grandparents out of the situation that they was in. I wanted to buy them a nice house. I wanted to buy them a nice car, a nice truck. I wanted to provide for them, which I was able to do. And that motivated me, man. And I just took that with me, man, and it carried over. But I tell you what, going from Beaumont, Texas to Boston, Massachusetts, you talking about a change in culture, man. You talking about, man, we're going from fried catfish to fried shrimp fried rice, crawfish A2 because you know that's on the borderline of Louisiana, so I'm getting all those Cajun spices. Next thing I know, I mean, we talking about warm weather, hot, and you know, all of a sudden country living, I get to go fishing, I get to go hunting, you know, all this, and all of a sudden I moved to Boston, and it's like, what's going on? It's nothing but pizza and pastas, it's clam chowders, it's 30 inches of snow everywhere. I never seen snow in my lifetime. I got to Boston. So as an 18-year-old kid, man, it was like that transition was crazy to me, because when I finally got to my apartment and I'm living on my own, and all of a sudden the things that you take for granted that your parents or grandparents that get for you, washing powder. You know, I'm going to the stores, I'm going to grab bottles of waters and Gatorades and snacks and stuff like that. I'm not thinking to pick up toilet paper and washing powder and paper towels. And all of a sudden, I don't have that. I don't have paper plates. So, you know, you have to learn that on the stride. Next thing I know, I'm looking for, you know, fresh pair of socks to get out of my drawer, but all my socks are in the washroom and they not being washed. So now I got to learn how to wash when my grandma was doing all the washing. So, man, you know, that's from just growing up, you know, in the struggle, taught me how to be hard work. And I wouldn't say I was jealous of my peers, but my peers, a lot of my guys had their parents was well, you know, middle class people who was able to provide for them. So it made me want to go out there and get it, because I didn't have it as a youngster.
listen to what he just said, guys. So many people contact me and they say they don't have this, they don't have that, and they want something. But you got to let not having motivate you. If not having is an excuse, then you're going to stay where you are. What this man is preaching, I am picking up because he's on point. So I might as well let him host the next Ball Facts show. Now, speaking of skipping from college, I don't know if you heard Jaylen Green, the #1 high school player, is skipping college and going to the G League. Lamelo Ball, who might be the #1 pick, he skipped college and he's going into the draft. What is going on with college basketball, and how do you feel about it since you did the same thing?
Well, here's the thing. This is what, first of all, I applaud those kids for doing it their way. I'm a guy that I love to go against the grain. I love to defeat the odds. And when you look at, first of all, I would like to give Lavar Ball, the daddy, his roses, because one thing he taught not only to his sons, but to every other young basketball player that's coming up is, don't stop believing it, and it's okay to be independent and do it your way. I also want to give flowers to roses to Brandon Jennings, because just think, he was the guy that bypassed college and went overseas. And
Definitely.
Went against the odds and did what he had to do. And see, this is what people don't realize. People look at NBA, and yes, it is entertainment. Yes, it is a sport, but it's also a job. It's just like, it's no different than you going to work. If you're a doctor, a lawyer, if you're a construction worker, if you work for the city or whatever the case may be, the NBA is a job, and you work to get paid. And what people don't understand is that the NBA is a job, and you want to make it to the NBA because, one, the money is great. You have love for the game of basketball, but it's a job, and this is a job that you could secure your future with playing a sport that you love, something that you love doing. And it's just like, where I grew up from in Beaumont, we're surrounded by refineries, okay? Mm-hmm. And refineries employ about 65% of the community. Okay, and I'm talking about people make great living, $30 to $40 an hour checks, but you're working 12-hour shifts. And what ended up happening is that in our high schools down in Beaumont, Texas, and Port Arthur, Texas, and what we call the Golden Triangle, that area, they give kids the opportunity starting their sophomore year to start taking advanced classes of like being process operators and stuff like that. So you're getting a head start. So by the time you graduate, you're ready to walk into a refinery and be able to be a process operator and start making $28 an hour instead of walking into a refinery job making $15 to $20 an hour. And so it's just like it's no other thing. It's no different in basketball. And like I say, a lot of people always come with this BS of, man, the kid need to go to college for a couple of years to develop. Man, that's nonsense. Nothing gets you ready for professional basketball like being around and playing professional basketball. I don't care how long you go to college, nothing gets you ready for the pros like being in the pros. I watched a lot of guys as I was getting older and being a vet on team. Guys coming into college not knowing, like, for example, how to set screens and how to roll to the basket and how to run NBA sets. But guess what? The 2 years I was in the NBA, that was the best thing that happened for me. I didn't play, but I learned so much on how to be a professional on and off the court. And I think, players are starting to realize, like, hey, man, I don't need college. I can go here. I can go to the NBA G League and play with pros and play under a professional system and make $500,000 on the court and maybe make another $500,000 off the court while I'm waiting to live my dream of making it to the NBA. So, at the end of the day, I love it. They're starting a new trend that I love, and they're doing it their way, and I love it.
Wow. Now that was a statement. And what you're saying is so correct, because I mean, the way I see it is some people have the luxury of going to college, just like some people have the money to go to college. There are some people that mama need her pills today, and you know, the lights are cut off, and you can judge these people if you want to, but a luxury of going somewhere for a year and living good while your family suffers, not every person can do that. So I understand that some of these young men just say, you know, it's a job. I'm ready to make some money and help my family. I get that. I was watching the Scottie Pippen on the Jordan thing last night when he, you know, made a decision based on his family, and later he regretted it. But look at his mom. She said, "I know my son loves me, and I love him." So I understand that. Now, back in 2003, you were ranked number 6 in high school. That's crazy. See, a lot of people, they want to know, how could you get to a place where you're ranked that high in high school? What went into your training? Was it just natural? Did you have a coach? How did you get to that position?
Well, my high school coach was a big influence. Coach Andre Butte. He was a father figure to me. He stepped into my life in the 7th grade and embraced me with open arms. But he taught me the definition of hard work on the court and off the court, as far as, you know, getting up and going run miles and running bleachers and getting to the gym. School started at 7:30. I'm getting there at 5:45 to get a workout in before school, shower up, go to school, then do 4th period basketball PE where I got to practice, after school practice, going home, take a nap. About 7 o'clock, he's calling me, asking me, did I get my 100 push-ups in? Doing my 100 push-ups, going back outside till about 10 at night, dribbling the ball outside, because I didn't have a basketball goal at the time. I'm dribbling the balls in the street till the street lights came on. See, people don't understand that. People don't understand the sacrifice that you have to put into this. This don't just come by default. This don't just fall in your lap. It's sacrifice. I didn't get a chance to go to my senior skip day. I didn't get a chance to do a lot of my senior activities because I was in the gym working. It was a lot of times I didn't feel like doing it. I couldn't go to a lot of high school parties. I was in the gym grinding. And still, a lot of people don't understand that shit, man. And they wonder how certain people get ahead because they're getting it in. Like, I don't know if you seen a couple months ago, LeBron James posted a video of his sons. He was backing out the driveway at 5 in the morning. His sons who don't even have to do this. Their dad is a billionaire. They sons in the driveway getting work in. He said it brought tears to his eyes because he's teaching his sons how to go get it. That's how you go get it. And a lot of people don't understand that, and they wonder how did this kid got great over the summer? Yeah, because he sacrificed. While you was on the video, and I tell my kids this all the time, while you playing Fortnite, while you playing NBA 2K, they got this one kid who in his driveway going to work. They got this one kid riding his bike with his ball in his hand, heading to a nearby park, going to do this thing. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of people don't understand that, and they want to see, they want to, man, how he get to this and how he get ranked there. Man, he got good overnight. Nah, it ain't no personal trainers. It ain't none of that. You got to want it. You got to want it. You can't take no shortcuts. There's no shortcut to being successful, especially in basketball. It's going to come blood, sweat, and tears. That's the true statement. You know how many nights I cried myself to sleep, you know what I'm saying, worried about certain situations, worried about did I leave it all out on the table, worried about if I'm going to have regret, did I work hard enough that day. So while you not working, somebody else is getting better. And that's how you get up in the rankings. Go take it. And then at the end of the day, guess what? A lot of times, man, rankings don't mean nothing. Rankings don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? When you see a ranked guy and you got to go against him, you know what you do? You dog that ranked guy. You beat that ranked guy.
You heard that.
That's what you do. Yeah, that's what you do. If you want to be real about it, when you want to get rankings don't mean nothing, because let me tell you something. One thing I know about GMs and executives and all these scouts and front office guys and college recruiters, they're looking for a diamond in the rough. You know why? Because when you it's easy to go get a 5-star recruit and say, oh yeah, I got him and we go win. But when you go get you a 1-star recruit or a 2-star recruit and you win with that, oh, it's apples and oranges, because now it takes you to another level. That's why Dame Lillard, mid-grad player, Portland draft him and he makes the GM look good. That's why a guy like Ja Morant, a mid-grad player, a mid D1 player, gets drafted by the Memphis Grizzlies. It makes the GM look good. I went and found this kid. Y'all wasn't looking at this kid. I went and grabbed him. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Now, what you said a mouthful, and what stood out to me was sacrifice. And what also stood out to me is you had a coach who pointed you in the right direction. And I want to tell everybody that's listening and watching this, if you don't have that person, you're going to have to be that for yourself. I mean, it would be great to have that, but not everybody has someone. And that's you brought up giving Lavar Ball his roses. I spoke to kids that were not his sons, and I asked them about him. And they told me that he literally pushed them. That's one thing that I could say. You know, it's a lot of flack given to Lavar, and I've supported him a lot of times, and that's because I've heard stories of him not just motivating his own kids, but motivating other kids to work hard and put in the work. And he would say, if you're not going to do it, then I can't help you. And so he even understands, like, the kids got to do it themselves. So you guys hear that out there. Everybody that's sending me videos of them playing basketball and want me to put it on there, and I could tell you ain't putting in the work. You don't send me videos. You're not going to go viral like that. You're not going to get ranked like that. You got to go and put in the work when nobody's looking. And then when you come out of hiding, you will be like a freaking diamond in the rough, like this man just said. Okay, now, Kendrick, when you got in the NBA, you eventually went from, you know, just the kid on the bench and watching in practice to making a starting lineup. What kind of dedication does that take to see the guys in front of you doing better and better and know that you're low on the totem pole to grind for that spot?
Well, you got to go get it. And like when I first got to the league, I knew I was a project, but, you know, the NBA is not going to wait on you. Yeah, you're a project, and they give you 2 or 3 years to get your stuff together. But, you know, I came into the league, I was overweight. You know, I needed to get in game shape. I needed to get my body right. And I did that. And you got vets that are in the league that have families. Here I am, an 18-year-old kid with no responsibilities but myself. But you got vets in the league who got families, wife, kids, and everything. This is how they eat. And you think they trying to give up their job to an 18-year-old, man, please, you got to go take that. So, you know, at the end of the day, I had to go earn it. Man, there was a lot of times I'm sitting on the bench, I'm like, man, I want to play. I could be doing so good right now. But man, I got to beat this guy who's making $7-8 million a year out of his spot and show this coach and show Danny Ainge that I'm better than him, that they could trade him because I'm the new one. I'm the new one in town. And you gotta have that dedication. You know, Danny Ainge could tell you stories. I talked to him today for 45 minutes. We talk, you know, every now and then, and we have great conversations. And he'll tell you like no other. Like, man, Perk, people tell you, they'll look on the cameras. I'm in the gym at midnight. I had nothing else to do. I'm in the gym. I'm on the exercise bike. I'm in there on the shooting machine. I'm in there shooting jump hooks. I'm in there working when nobody is watching. And I got ahead. That's how I was able to break the starting lineup. And once I broke the starting lineup, I'm like, you know what? I'm not giving this back. Because you know what Danny Ainge used to tell me, and I respect him so much to this day. And that's why he's a great figure in my life, is because he's always been 100 with me since day one. And he used to always tell me, Perk, I'm leaving for about a month. I got to go on the road and scout. And I'm going scout to see if I can replace you, Rondo, and somebody else. I'm going to look for guys that's better than you. Like, you want that honesty. You know what I used to tell him? I used to tell him, hey, Danny, bring them in here then. Go get them. Bring them in here. And every center, that new center that he brought in there, they didn't last a year. He got rid of them because I wasn't playing it. Like, nah, this is me. I'm in here. Like,
you get me hype right now. This is crazy. I didn't know that happened. That's crazy.
Yeah, this mine, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have that, because think about it. And right now, man, we gotta I want you to think about this. Every year it's 60 guys in the draft coming in. 60 hungry guys that want your spot, that want to be in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And you can't take that for granted. And then on top of that, think about this. Man, the average NBA career is 3.5, 4 years. You know what I'm saying? 3.5, 4 years. That's not a long career in anything in life.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And here I am, man. I was taught by Doc Rivers and Danny Ainge, and I had a great group of vets in front of me that I was able to have a 14-year career. So I surpassed the 4-year mark and more. You know what I'm saying? But I was able to, I did it through my hard work. I did it through my dedication. I did it through my sacrifice and off the court. See, that's the thing. See, the NBA life will swallow you up. That's what you can't get accustomed to. You want to get accustomed to the drinking, the partying, the women, you know, everything that come with it, the jewels, the jewelry, the big rocks in your ear, Gucci shades, this, that, and the other, the Benzes. Oh, man, I'm going to go cop me a Benz, cop me a family. Nah, man. Nah, stay on the grind. Stay on course, because that's how you get distracted. Next thing you know, you out the league. Now, if you want a 10-year plus career, you got to go out there and do it this way. So just think about this for a second. I want you to think about all the superstars in today's league, right? Think about Russell Westbrook. Think about LeBron James. Think about Kevin Durant. Think about Kawhi Leonard. Think about Steph Curry. Think about James Harden. Think about all those guys, bro. All those guys I just named. And tell me one time you've seen them flashing cash on the social network or showing off a new Benz that they got or nah, they don't do that. They don't do that. Go pull up a clip.
Big facts.
Go pull up a clip. Show it to me. They ain't doing that, man. Nobody doing that, man. These people in the gym, they working hard and they setting the right example for the future generation. But the guys who want to do that, they don't last long. They don't last long at all.
Y'all gotta listen up. This dude played against the Black Mamba. Come on, guys. Now, what was harder, coming back from your knee injury or playing against Kobe Bryant?
Man, playing against Kobe because he had the right name, like the Black Mamba. Like you just don't know what to expect out of him coming into a game against him. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you got a guy that's capable of going for 80 points, that's always scary. I don't care what nobody say. Like, when you got a guy that's capable of going for 80 points, 81 he had, but you know this dude could score 80 points, that's scary because you don't never know when he's going to strike. How can you contain that? How can you stop that? Like, that was more scary than anything. Like, going against Kobe, like his willpower. Like, you got to understand, I didn't play in 2010, but in Game 7, so during that series, that final series, when we played against the Lakers in 2010, the teams that won each game, they won the rebounding margin, right? And they won, and Kobe Bryant knew that. Game 7, Kobe Bryant shot 6 for 24. But as the shooting guard, he had 15 rebounds. They out-rebounded us 59 to 44, and they secured the victory. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how dangerous he is. But he knew that. He knew in order for us to beat them, we're going to have to out-rebound them. Because think about it. Back then, we wasn't scoring nothing but 88, 90 points. You know what I'm saying? We scored 90 to 95 when the game ends. So it ain't like it's this new wave we used putting up 120 points a game. Nah, it wasn't nothing like that.
Right.
And the man had 15 rebounds at the two-guard position.
That is ridiculous.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I wanted to get to this, because on my channel I've supported Lonzo Ball since UCLA, like big fans. Then when he got to the NBA, everybody was we were disappointed, let's be real. But I had a hope that he was gonna come back, and I had faith that he was gonna come back, and he eventually did. So I had one video where I was mad at you. I was like, Kendrick Perkins called Lonzo Ball a bust. But then you came back and you said, you know what, I retract that statement. What made you retract that statement? Because a lot of people, if they say something, they like, I said it is done.
Well, you know that's just pride for people and people who don't know how to look themselves in the mirror and say, you know what, I was wrong. Because for the simple fact, and I think this would happen. I started judging Lonzo Ball off of his daddy actions, and that was wrong to me because his daddy put him in a certain type of category before he got drafted by the Lakers, and I was expecting something different instead of appreciating Lonzo Ball for the player that he actually is. You know what I'm saying? This guy is a true
Facts,
point
I got
guard.
you.
You see what I'm saying? This guy is a true point guard. He got great court vision. He's a floor general. And on top of that, he's improved every year. And he rebounds at a high level. He's athletic. He's an underrated defender in my eyes. And so, you know, I'm looking at his, and I fell victim to this, and I had to slap myself for even doing this. But, you know, I'm looking at his stats. I'm like, hold on, he averaging 10, 5, and 5, man. That ain't number 2. That ain't no number 2 pick type numbers. He's a bust. You know, I was so anxious to jump out there and criticize the man instead of really realizing and looking at, hold on, man, this kid could really play. He could really, really play. Like, let me sit down and actually, and what I did was I watched 5 games in a row of the Pelicans, and I watched Lonzo Ball. Forget the stats and the monster numbers he was putting up. I watched him. I actually watched him. I made it an emphasis to watch Lonzo Ball, and I said to myself, I said, man, hold on. This kid could really, really play. Is he a generational talent? No, he's not a generational talent, but he's not a bust either. He's a very good basketball player. He's a starting point guard in this league. And I was like, you know what? I was wrong. So I said at the end of the day, I'm not going to be right all the time. As a guy in the media, I'm going to make mistakes, and it's stuff. But 9 times out of 10, I do my research, and I'm going to be right? I'm wrong. I dropped the ball on this one. Man, let me go because you know what they say, make your apology as loud as you made your insult, or however they say. So I wanted to go out there, and I wanted to let that man know, hey, man, I apologize for calling you a bust, because you're not.
Let's dance. I was on IG. I saw your sons in the driveway, and I started thinking, like, do we have the next wave of Perkins in 10 years? Are we going to hear about your sons coming up playing basketball?
Hey, listen, man. They working and they grinding. I can tell you that much, man. One thing about it is that I don't force sports on my sons, but they want it. And what people don't understand is that I show them drills and show them what to work on, but I was actually just getting home. And they sent me the videos. Like, they was out in the driveway working on them moves by themselves. So that right there was like, okay, they want it. Now, when they asked me to go train them and work them out, yeah, we gonna take it to another level. Like, you know, we taking it one day at a time. But yeah, man, like, you know, my 8-year-old, he loves the game. He tells me every day he's gonna be the #1 pick in the draft when he get of age, and I believe him. My 12-year-old was a late bloomer, but he's getting it now. Very smart kid, never brought home a B in his life, and I love the death out. I love him for that. But now he's finally starting to love the game. My 8-year-old kind of jumped off the course with basketball at 3. My 12-year-old just jumped off like 2 years ago, and he loves the game. Now they both love it. I'm setting the goal for my 12-year-old now. He's going to the 7th grade next year, and his goal is just to make the team and get some playing time to his middle school, and that's how we doing it. Now my 8-year-old, he's on a whole nother planet. I'm ready to put him up against any 8-year-old in the country.
If you got an 8-year-old son, remember what Kendrick Perkins said. Now, what do you say to your son if like both of your sons playing basketball? One of them's got dedication, getting better. The other one's kind of half-assing it, but he's still trying to play. Do you motivate the other one, or do you kind of just break it to him like, son, don't waste your time down this avenue. This ain't your passion. You're not going to make it. How do you handle that with this?
Well, I nipped the shit in the bud right then. I called it out. You know, if I go to a game and see, my thing is this. My youngest son, he's going to put up 25 points a game. I already know this, right? He got handles. He's big. He's 5'1". He's 98 pounds. He's agile. He can move. He got handles. He got the whole package. He's not your average second grader. My 12-year-old, he's getting better. Like, he averaged 12 points a game in the little league, start doing his thing. My thing is with both of them, if I see them not competing, I don't even care about the numbers. But if I see them not competing, that's when I have a problem. That's when I got to call them out. I don't even care about I just need you competing. I need you running the floor. I need you defensive slide. I need you hustling. That's when I know you want it. The other stuff gonna come. But if I see that you're not competing, that's when daddy got an issue with you. And that's when I gotta call it to the side, and I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna say, hey, this is what you want. If not, don't waste my time, don't waste your time. But if you want to play, then you need to start putting your focus into it. I'm straightforward. There's no in between. Hey man, look, if you want to play this is what's gotta happen. Okay, if this is what you want, you gotta show me. And if I see anything less than that, and I'm not talking about numbers, I'm talking about competing. If you're not competing, then I'm gonna call you out on it. I'm gonna say, you know what, maybe this is not for you. Or I use both of them for example. I say, okay, my oldest son is named Lil Ken. My second son is named Kingston. I say, Kingston, your big brother outworked you today. I seen him in the driveway early this morning. Or vice versa. I use reverse psychology on both of them. And that having brothers, I was the only child, but having brothers make them compete and make. So it makes, if one have a good game and they at their game, and we go to the other one game, he like, I gotta shine because my little brother or my big brother doing this, so I gotta hold up my end of the stick.
Man, that's good stuff. See, guys, right now we got quarantine, corona, everything's down, but I wanted to bring you guys something that is going to motivate you because this is going to be over with. It's not going to last forever. And, you know, everything that you love is going to be back, but you better hope something comes back because some kids are going to come out and go into the streets and do foolishness and do different things that are going to lead to nothing. And then there's going to be those select few guys that come out and they're going to put their head to the basket in whatever they do. Some will be basketball, some football, some, building, engineering. But when you come out, man, get focused and get to grinding, put the work in, put the time in, because before you know it, mama can't take care of you no more. Start right now. And to the guys that I interview, a lot of guys that are, trying to get in the G League, trying to get overseas, like, take this as motivation. Kendrick Perkins, everything he said, rewind this video and play it again because the man is really spitting out some jewels. And Kendrick, I just thank you for coming on Ball Facts today and just showing us love and giving everybody real game. I appreciate it, man.
Man, I appreciate you having me on Ball Facts, man. I love what you're doing. I love what Ball Facts is bringing to the whole basketball community. It's great for these kids. It's great for these grown men. It's great for everybody because it's straight facts. You keeping it 100. There's no sugarcoating, and that's the way it gotta be. This is important. Like, this is something that I'm about to go pull up all Ball Fact interviews. And this is what I gotta go do. This is what I gotta bring to the table to my sons. Hey, y'all need to hear this because this that real stuff. Put down that foolishness. Come hear this real.
You heard what the man said. Come get the real. We got the facts for you. Guys, thank you for listening to this interview. Take some advice. And matter of fact, share this video. Go through the collection. We got a bunch. And I got so much more surprises for you. I'm talking about you guys are going to love it. We're taking it to the next level. Come with Ball Facts on this journey. We are going places, guys. I need you to share this video, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Ball Facts again. Peace.